in the first Instagram post, I referenced like this.
I saw that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, well, we started an Instagram too,
Yes.
to post kind of some short, like 1 sentence reviews, and also like updates, just stuff like that. Kind of once we're finished with the book, we'll make a post with like a little review, our score for it out of 5, and then what we're reading next, just to kind of stay up to date on that stuff.
Yeah.
I need to remember to keep it held up and out. But we've decided to kind of come up with our own sort of scoring chart, and then we've associated some words with that, which we can change some of those here if we want. We want to work through those. But we thought it would be best to do a 0.5 system, because I think once you get more complex than that, you're kind of getting into the weeds on stuff.
Yeah. You can get too specific, I guess.
I mean, when it really comes down to like, oh, I gave this a 4.2, but I gave this one a 4.3. It's like,
why?
Was there really any difference there? I mean, probably not. So I feel like a 0.5 system kind of, it's more seamless, you know?
Yeah.
But do we want to start with the best or the bottom?
Let's go for the best.
For the best. I think a good word for 5 is just like you loved it. Because no book is ever going to be perfect. That was what I was thinking of originally. 5 stars, it's a perfect book.
Right.
But I don't think that probably doesn't exist.
I was going to say, can you honestly give that?
No, it doesn't. But, I mean, it might be perfect to you and not perfect to somebody else. But I think it's probably worth a 5 star.
Yeah.
Do you like loved? What do you think?
I think loved it.
Loved it? Yeah.
Because I like things I don't love.
That's true. That's true. Okay. So that's 5. So that's like a perfect book for us. You know, a book that you could not put down. You finished quickly. You even, it even consumed a bit of your life outside of books. So maybe you were watching videos on it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, doing research into the lore of the book, background of the characters, any of that, you know.
Yeah, and what's funny, talking about this right now, you're listening to it, you have that book here.
It's true.
Like, you're already thinking of it. You already know which book has taken over your personality.
And so, like, for example, for me, probably Golden Sun, Red Rising Book 2.
So good.
That would be a loved it for me.
Yeah.
And that, that also begs the question of, you rank individual books, but then can you rank the series as a whole? We can get into that.
Yeah.
We can get into that. A 4.5, the word that I associated with that was great. A great book.
Yeah.
So it was a good read. It was fun. Whatever it needed to be great. It just wasn't quite a book that you loved.
Fair enough. I like that.
I'm trying to think of an example of that. Like the book I'm reading now, A Time of Dread. I don't know what the full, like the end-all be-all score will be. But as of right now, I'm thinking it's going to be a great book of 4.5. So that's kind of an example of something I would put in that realm.
Yeah. 4.5.
Do you have anything that you've read so far that you would put as a 4.5?
Here recently, it's a 4.5. See, for me, Golden Sun was a 4.5.
Okay. So
Morning
that's
Star would have been a 5.
oh. I've always put Golden Sun
But there's a
higher than Morningstar.
there's a couple books in that series that are a 5.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's a deer. There's
Nature.
probably a couple of them. Okay. 4. I just put the word good. Good book. Not great. Probably could have improved in some ways. But not a bad book at all. So, still a good plot line or good characters or a good world. But it just didn't hit that mark of, oh, that's a great or that's a perfect book.
Yeah. Depths of Van Alf.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
book.
Trying to think of something. Like I would put like most of the Wheel of Time books at good right now, especially like book 1 and 2. I would put that at like a good. Not great. Now book 3, you might be getting a little closer to great, but yeah,
It's a lot of feels good though.
it does. It feels really good outside today. Hopefully you have gotten outside and have gone for a walk or something. It feels especially good to me because I was very sickly yesterday and did not leave my couch.
Right.
So, okay. 3.5. What were you saying?
3.5. Let's see here. 3.5. What do we give that?
I had 3.5 at just above average.
Yeah.
So it may be, a book you read and you're like, yeah, that was all right, but I don't really want to continue with the series or, it was good for the time.
It's not going to be super high on your TBR
Yeah.
if you want to continue this series in it.
It may not be like a book that you recommend to everybody. So it was above average. It didn't feel like a waste of time. And then 3, I just had neutral. Now, a lot of people put average at 3. But I would put 3 as neutral. That's your middle ground.
Yeah.
It's not, you didn't
Take it
like
or
it,
leave
you
it.
didn't hate it. It's probably one of those books that you kind of just read to read.
You'll be able to make it a conversation point if the opportunity arises.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, I read that.
It's
But
like,
you're not going to
yeah.
make it a point to bring it up. Did you read?
Right, right. Yeah, it's not going to be, your conversation piece. So yeah, 3, I mean, that's your middle ground. You're right there in the middle. It's not great. It's not horrible. It's probably something you read in a slump and it did not get you out of it. 2.5. I have below average. Oh, that's what's doing it. This cord.
Oh, it's limiting its mobility.
Yeah. So I gotta do one of those.
Still learning things. Confession. I did not know what I was doing with my gimbal last recording, and apparently hand gestures is a thing with these things, and I turned my recording off. You can still hear my sound, but I turned my recording off and had no idea that I had done that. So
It's okay. We forgive you.
thanks, appreciate that.
2.5. I got it at below average. So you probably finished the book, but don't really care to continue. What can you say? It's below average. You didn't maybe you didn't really connect with the world or you didn't connect with the characters.
Yeah.
A book, for example, for this category, I have Maze Runner, book one. I finished it, and I can see why other people enjoy it,
Just not for you.
but it wasn't for me, and I did not continue on in the series. I don't know. I feel like you haven't really read any bad books.
No, because
Not since getting back into reading.
not since getting back into reading. I've read bad books that I would rate lower than a 2.5. Dan Brown, which is one of my favorite authors. Deception Point. I DNF'd it. And I love everything that he wrote besides that. And if there's somebody out there that's read it and you want to argue with me, come at me, bro.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Yeah, we'll get to the DNFs because I think I also have a controversial DNF. And then two, I just have the word bad. So it's a bad book. Whether the characters were just simple or you didn't like them, the world was boring. Whatever it is to you that you didn't like it, you didn't like it. It's bad.
Yeah.
But you finished, maybe begrudgingly.
Like it took
Oh.
you a while. You had
Yeah.
to keep coming back.
Another, going back to 2.5, below average for me, which is going to be kind of controversial, is Empire of Silence by Christopher Ruocchio. We talked about those actually the last time we were on this track.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Those books were boring, and I would put them at a 2.5 for me. At a 2, I haven't really read any bad books that like middle ground between below average and DNF. I haven't read any of those really. Now, I'm one like I'm not gonna waste time on a book. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you.
Yeah.
If I'm not enjoying it, it's probably gonna get DNF'd. So I may not have very many 2s.
Well, if you try and stay within your niche, a lot of times that's should happen. If you're venturing outside your niche just to test the waters, that sounded abruptly. But if you're testing the waters outside your niche that you like to be in, it could happen, and that's kind of what happened with. I tried.
There's a truck coming.
Traffic. I tried a book called How to Make a Killing. It was more of a documentary
Oh, they're letting us
book that executives wrote that's in the dialysis industry, how they paid fortunes. While the book itself was probably good to a specific person, to me, I had struggled getting through it, and then I was mad after I read it because I didn't like the content. And it was short. It was a really short book.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if I, a fantasy sci-fi reader, went and tried to read just minutes, I may not just inherently enjoy that because when you go from one extreme to the other, you know?
Yeah.
At 1.5, you said, just why?
Yeah.
Why did I finish? Why did I do that? You know, why did I do that to myself? Whatever you've got to say there.
Yeah. I don't know that I have anything that's like that.
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm at a 1.5, there's got to be a reason I finished it. Whether that's like, if it was a book for this, if it was a book for like a book club that we happened to be in or
Yeah.
anything like that. If it was, I would have to have some external motivation to finish it. Because if it's at a 1.5, yeah, I should have just DNF'd it. And then that takes us to 1, which is just did not finish.
Did not finish.
Do we want to just whip it around?
We can, yeah.
Yeah, let's whip it around. Y'all are good. We're turning back.
We're going around.
You're good. So at 1, we just have did not finish.
So I said my DNF. What was yours?
My DNF is Between Two Fires by Christopher Buehlman. I actually tried to read that book twice. I tried to read it not last year, but the year before in October, because I was like, oh, it's like a medieval horror fantasy. So I thought, oh, maybe I'll just, maybe this would be like my spooky read, my October read, you know? So I tried that. I just could not get through it. I DNF'd after about 150 pages. So I gave it a good shot.
That's a good effort.
I gave it a good shot. And then I tried to read it the second time last year. Because I thought maybe I was in a slump or something. You know, maybe I didn't give it a fair shot. So, tried again. I got farther than what I did the first time. Couldn't care less to finish reading it. So maybe I'll just use the to get through it. But
Just zone out.
I didn't care. I didn't know what was going on. So I think a lot of it was he I think it was a combination of the characters that not the book. Uh, and you know, kind of what was happening in the world was setting up some interesting stories, but just wasn't for me.
Yeah. It's that deception point. I couldn't ever latch on to the storyline that was going with it. And I think that maybe it was just a little further off from the other books that, you know, included Robert Langdon's storyline and character so much
So this was
closer.
in a series.
I don't know. No, most of his books, it's kind of like the who writes the Jack Reacher stuff?
I know. I know
Lee
that.
Childs.
Yeah.
So Lee Childs writes the Jack Reacher stuff. All the books are standalone for the most part, but it's about Jack Reacher.
Right. So it's your same central character.
Yeah.
I got you.
So I think it was just maybe too far off from what I wanted out of it.
Right. Yeah. I can see that. I mean, anytime an author kind of diverts a character, because especially like with something like Reacher, I haven't read those books, but I've watched the TV show. Okay.
Yeah.
And so the show is good because it never gets stale because you're changing the scenery every season, or at the books, you change it with every book. So as long as now the risk with those books, you've got to like the main character. If you don't like the main character, why would you keep reading, you know?
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh, well, I really like the world or I really like the side characters. Well, those are going to change every book or every season. So it's kind of a risk you run there, I guess.
That's definitely.
So that is our sort of scoring chart that we have come up with. It's pretty simple. It's probably like pretty much everyone's, but it's ours.
So, do you want me to score Project Hail Mary?
Oh yeah. Give Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary as and I'm seeing all the hype for the movie that's coming out and all the comments that people are putting on the TikTok videos and the trailers that are coming out there, and I'm reading all the comments. You may not like me.
Oh.
But I'll give it a solid 4.
So still a great book or a good book.
was a
Good book.
It was a good book.
Yeah.
It was not a great book. And
Which
so I'll tell anybody, hey man, if hard science is your thing, this is for you. It was slow to get started, and then about 60% of the way through the book, then it really starts picking up hardcore. And with the drama and the action, the more of the storyline that reveals itself out to you. I don't want to spoil it for too many people, but if that's your thing, you need to read that. And but for most people, the majority of people that aren't going to appreciate the hard science talk, all the math calculating he does, and they're gonna have a hard time. I had a friend that read it, and he said, I literally skipped paragraphs.
oh
He said when
gosh.
I was going through that part of it, he said because it's beyond me.
Yeah.
And he said, so I just had to accept it for what it was. And but he ended up really liking the book overall. He read it in 3 days.
So this is kind of something. The book that I'm reading now. Sometimes the characters will speak in a different language, and it'll just be, you know, to me, it's just written gibberish on the page. And so I will just skip over that. Instead of trying to read out that foreign language in my head, I just skip over that.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what he did of just like, oh yeah, that's just like 2 paragraphs of equations.
Pretty much.
I'm just going to skip past.
Yeah, because there was entire sections of that book where he's trying to work out the velocity of how fast he's traveling in the spaceship.
Yeah.
And he's working through the math, like in the text. And
But
most people aren't, going to care about that.
yeah, for someone who does though,
They will love
they
it.
would love it.
Yeah.
So
And I've seen plenty of comments on these trailers where you guys are going to be like, that's a 4.5 at least. And that's fine. But there's another guy, got a TikTok channel, The Gray Cabin. Shout out to him. Go follow him. He also read Project Hail Mary, was in the and I think he was kind of similar in his to my feelings about the book. But it's going to be a really, really great movie.
yeah, so I haven't read the book. So I think what would be interesting is if we go and watch the movie, and then we do an episode of like person who has read the book,
Yeah.
your perspective on the movie, and then person who hasn't, and my perspective on the movie, and how those are different. Because I think that's an interesting.
That would
be an interesting topic. I think we'd have different opinions. 'Cause, I mean, anytime a movie is adapted,
Oh,
I feel like there's no middle ground. It's
Well-
either that was a great adaptation, it was faithful to the books, blah blah blah, or they didn't do anything the same, it was awful.
Well, it's kind of like a lot of your Dan Brown movies, Angels and Demons, Inferno, Da Vinci Code. They made movies out of all of those, and I've read all of those books. And while the movies were very good, there's so much detail you just can't put in there. But I think that's typical for a lot of adaptations.
Yeah. So you would put it at a 4.
4, solid 4.
That's still a good score.
It's a good score.
I mean, it's a good book.
Yeah, don't not read it.
Right. You would, like, in my eyes, a 4 is, you would still recommend it.
Yeah, I would still say, hey, this is really great. But then they would probably follow up with this cautionary, it does
Yeah.
going to have XYZ in there. If that's not your thing, it's still really good. Take it for what it is and keep going.
Yeah. When it gets to like a 3.5, that's when I'm like, you could rate it if you really want, but I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be trying to sell it to you, if that makes sense.
I mean, it obviously has enough of a following. They're making a movie.
yeah. Did the trailers look really good though?
And they're looking, from what I'm seeing, very accurate.
And I think Ryan Gosling he just fits that vibe. The whole vibe that they've created with the movie,
Yeah.
he fits. Now, I don't know how he compares to the character in the books.
Well, he does really well. And even the guy that narrated the character in the book, I've seen him do a video, and from what he's seen, like, he's super proud.
Yeah.
The guy who narrated the audiobook, he's super
Good.
proud. He's like, this looks true.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, I hope it's a faithful adaptation.
Oh yeah.
So you're almost done with Dungeon Crawler 4.
Yep. Pretty
Uh,
close.
I'm almost.
I'll finish it before the next one we do.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm almost done with the Time of Dread. So we can do a little review on those next time, and then
Ooh, I'm excited about that.
go into our little Dungeon Crawler summary, because we'll both be through book 4. Book 8 is about to come out in a couple months, so we're gonna do a little halfway point review / summary, kind of our thoughts on everything that's happened so far on each individual book. So I was thinking we should score them as we go through them,
I think so too. That'd be cool.
and then we'll kind of be caught up.
Yeah. You score them too in the
Yeah.
comments.
Yeah. Let us know what you thought. I'm really excited for book 5. I'll say that.
Oh
A
yeah.
lot has built up to book 5 and to floor 6 of the dungeon.
You constantly hear floor 6 and floor 9.
Yeah.
So
We got to save that for the next for our summer. Well, we're kind of nearing the end. We got a little bit, but what are you reading, watching, playing?
finishing Dungeon Crawler 4. Watching, I'm not really watching too much right now. I did finish all of the Fallout Season 2. It was really good. It was really, really good. And playing, when I get a chance to play here lately, because life has been a little wild, I'm still playing a little Arc Raiders. And actually, a guy I work with, older gentleman, has got a PlayStation 5 for his birthday, his 60th birthday.
Nice.
And he's like, I want to learn how to play that Fortnite.
49.
And I was like, well, it's Fortnite, but you know. And anyway, so I've gotten on there a few times with him just to kind of teach him how to play. But my goal is to get him to play Arc Raiders.
Yeah. The Fortnite to Arc Raiders pipeline is real.
You want to insult somebody in Arc Raiders, call them a Fortnite player. As they're killing you.
I'm finishing A Time of Dread by John Gwynne. Very good so far. Watching, I actually started a new anime called Shangri-La Frontier. It's not too bad so far. It's kind of just something to watch for fun. Nothing too serious. And playing, I have like 3 or 4, but I want to throw a shout out to a little game that we played the other night called Burglin' Gnomes.
Burglin' Gnomes. I don't know.
You are just little gnomes that you're trying to break into a guy's house, and it gives you a list of objectives. So it's like maybe you have to steal his house slipper, or break 4 items. It's kind of just one of those co-op slop games, but it was fun, and I thought maybe it deserved a little shout out. So, well, be on the lookout for the next one where we're going to do our little Dungeon Crawler summary review. Go follow us on Instagram.
On Instagram.
TrackTalk.
And YouTube.
And YouTube, yeah. Anyway.
And TikTok.
Yep. So all the shorts be posted there. But I think we're out of here. See ya.